come the stalkers. They're gonna drive by me in a second. Again. They've been driving by me constantly. As always, every day. Um, Today's my birthday, and this morning it was extra stalkered up. Like I said on the other videos today, go watch. There's stalkers. Go watch Stockumentary Part 9000. I'm gonna put that in the comments. Recorded that today. There's just constantly cars driving by me. I wonder if like people get like tired of it, like nearby me, like if I move into a house or apartment, like are my neighbors like tired of all the cars constantly driving by and all the sirens and all the shit? Do they get tired of it? Because there's probably just more cars wherever I'm at all times. Like there's just more cars when I'm there. So like if I'm just there all day, do the people around me get tired of it? But all these cars that you hear driving by are stalkers, though. And they probably wouldn't be driving up the street if I wasn't right here right now. Or less of them would be. Maybe a few of them would still be driving up the street because they take that route on their way home from work or whatever. But most of these cars wouldn't be on the street right now. Or they'd be on the street at a different time or whatever. I just looked at the timer thing on the YouTube live at 2:23, and I looked at it at whatever else earlier in the video, and it's just always happening every time I go live. And I always look at the clock on my phone at a time. Like I'll pull my phone out. Like I got to the bank this morning at 9:11, so it's like the traffic is like strategic, so that I'm pulling up to the bank and pulling my phone out, looking at it, and it says 9:11 when I pull up to the bank. I, I guess they like strategically time the traffic so that I'm pulling up at 9:11. And then on that documentary video I did today, there's babies crying sink. Spoiler alert. I put it in the title too, I guess. You can hear it and it sinks as fuck. You can hear a bunch of other sink sounds the whole time I'm in Walmart. And they keep doing the cart sink. It's like when they like put the cart in the cart holder thing. And what else? There was a bunch of dog walkers yesterday. Like I was just like standing charging my phone, and then there's a bunch of dog walkers. Like a lot of them had red shirts. They'll just like pick a theme or whatever. Like this morning, what was it this morning? I don't remember. It's a bunch of retarded shit. It's constantly fluctuating, and these birds chirping or sinking, I think. They sink. And then there was, when I was like uploading Stockumentary 9000, I was sitting at the park, and there was somebody sitting in a car next to my car. and they like pulled up synced like right after I got there or something, and then they were just sitting there for a long time, and then they left sync. But they had a child in their car, it was like sitting on their lap, and the child, it's like a little young child, and she's like honking the horn synced a bunch of times and like laughing synced the child. Like as cars are driving in front of me, she's like honking the horn a bunch of times, like honk honk. It's like, what do I do? Do I get out? Like if I get out and start yelling at him, I'm gonna get out and start yelling at a child. Like what am I gonna do? Can't yell at a child. And I can't yell at the wind either. When the wind sinks, or the animals. I don't know if you can hear the engine sound that you see. And then here comes the stalkers. They're gonna drive by me again. And all the cars that you hear driving by are stalkers, driving by repetitively. And those were all silver cars right now. Over and 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 over. And here comes a white truck. And more stalkers. I'm trying to think what else happened today. But I already said this on Documentary 9000, spoiler alert, but this morning it was more stalkered up. It's my birthday, and it's like it was like my birthday present. And then the rest of the day seems kind of normal, but like this morning though, it was like extra stalkered up. And like right after I woke up, or like a little while after I woke up, got up, there was a siren that started synced, and then it drove by me, and then an ambulance, and then like the place that I stay at when I leave in the morning, when I go out on the road, on the street, there will usually be like one car meeting me there, or like two cars, or no cars even, but like not a bunch of them, you know what I mean? But then this morning, there was a bunch of them. There was a stalker parade, and like the first car is pulling up, meeting me as I drive up to the street. And then there's just a giant stalker parade behind him, and then there's other cars going the opposite way on the street. So it's like I gotta sit there and wait for 100 cars to drive by before I can leave. And then they're all driving slow in front of me when I turn out, and then there's a bunch of other cars driving slow in front of me, and then there's people just doing little shit to waste my time everywhere that I go this morning. Like when I go to the bank, there's a car, which usually is happening, but like it's not always like at every place that I go to though. It's usually at the bank though, like every time. There'll be somebody like at the ATM in front of me or at the drive-thru in front of me, whichever one I'm going to. And they'll be just sitting there for a long time, and they'll pull off sync. So that happened when I went to the bank, and then when I went to the grocery store, they were doing little shit to waste my time, and then it's like everywhere they go. And then just a bunch of cars driving slow in front of me, and then there was a fire truck that synced on me without his sirens, and then there was a cop that met me at an intersection, and there was a billion stalker cars, like more of them than usual this morning. It was just like extra this morning. I don't know if there's been any air, or there was that one plane that I recorded today. I don't know if there's been any other ones. I can't remember. There was a helicopter that was like flying. It was landing the the life flight helicopter at the hospital. I think it was landing synced this morning out in front of me. Oh, and then I saw walking on the bridge thing at the hospital, which I haven't seen that in forever. But sometimes when I drive under the bridge thing that like goes between the two hospital buildings, there'll be people walking synced on it. They'll be walking right over my head when I drive under it or whatever. That happened today on my birthday. And it hasn't happened in forever, like I said, but it happens on my birthday. And then this new job that I got recently, I was working every day up until last night is my first night off, the night before my birthday. And then I have tonight off too. And then I go back tomorrow. So that's the ritualistic shit. Here's the ritualistic cars again. The wind is ritualistic. Everything's satanic ritual out here. There's dogs barking, singing, children screaming. Not right now, but every day. There's dogs barking, singing, children screaming, singing. All types of sounds, weed whackers and lawnmowers and cars and car alarms and car horns and door slamming and nail guns and hammers and power tools and construction vehicles and planes and helicopters and sirens and birds and dogs and cats and squirrels. And I saw a sink raccoon the other night, I think. And sink bats. There's been a bunch of sink bats. And that's the walking up sink. So that's another episode of the Walk Up Sync podcast. I think that's the end of this episode. The wind is picking up. This how truck is driving behind me. Let me think. Is there anything else I gotta say before I go? Hopefully the video doesn't get cut. I've been going live on Twitter, and I haven't uploaded all of the lives, so go follow me on Twitter. I don't really feel like uploading the rest of it, but I uploaded part of the one live I did the other day. I'm sure there's other things I forgot to talk about. I'll think about it. I'll remember right after I end the live stream, probably. I saw a car the other day that has a skull, like a Punisher skull on the back window, but it wasn't like the regular Punisher logo. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Punisher skull, but it looks kind of like it. But those have skulls and whatever too. Like those have a skull. There's a fly in my car. He's gonna sink, and he's sinking. He's gonna fly in my face, synced, and then he's gonna fly away and hide, and then he's gonna fly in my face, synced again. He's gonna land on my ankle, synced. He's gonna land on my arm, synced. He's gonna land on my mouth, synced. And I'm gonna be like, he's gonna land on my eyelashes, synced. He's gonna buzz by my ears, synced. He's landing right here. Is he synced? Don't sing. Did I get him? Oh, I think I missed it. I think there's just one flying here right now, not a billion of them, so that's good at least. I'll kill him eventually, or he'll die in 24 hours from now, or how long is a fly's lifespan? So I don't know what ritualistic shit they got planned for the rest of the day. I'm sure there's gonna be some more crazy shit because it's my birthday, or I don't know if they're done with the birthday shit. They gave me all my presents already. Now it's just back to the regular sync show. It doesn't seem as stalkered up like this afternoon as it will, or it's 6 o'clock right now. It doesn't seem as stalkered up. It seems like regular the rest of the day, but this morning was crazy though. Like it was a bunch of car. Like I don't know if there was, unless there was something going on in town this morning, or I just went out when people were taking their kids to school or something, or like I don't know. But it was like it was like a bunch of cars, and like it was crazy. And then just a bunch of cars like meeting me at like every intersection that I drive through, like pulling up to the side of it when I drive through it or whatever, or like pulling up out of a parking lot when I drive by it or whatever. There's a bunch of that going on this morning, like more than usual. Like so many times that it's like if I was recording it, but then would they do it if I was recording it, or would they be more low key? I don't know. And then it's like how I said, like I pulled up to the bank at 9:11. It's like they strategically time the traffic. Like when I'm listening to music in my car, it'll be like that. Like when the song ends, I'm driving through the intersection and stuff like that, or when the verse changes or whatever. Like the way that they sync up with the music, with the stalkers driving by and shit. Like if I'm sitting somewhere and I'm listening to music and they sync with it, it's like I'll be syncing on myself unintentionally doing that. Like because they time the traffic, I guess, or they're implanting thoughts in my head, or both at the same time, or what, I don't know, but it seems to always be happening. Am I living in a video game? Is this really literally a simulation? Am I in a dream? What the fuck? I don't know. And then, and then my car sinks, and I've talked about it a billion times. That's the Welcome Sync podcast. Don't sink. Hopefully this video is not cut, and it's 19 minutes long when I upload it.